The venue is the Baku city circuit and the country is Azerbaijan. These 20 corners are some of the tightest, narrowest, and most rear limited on the F1 calendar, and we are here to witness some exciting racing around this circuit for round 5 of the Champions Series. Is all eyes to the grid now as the lights are getting ready to come on. 5 red lights on now, and we are about to get racing around Azerbaijan. Kos Sylvie in first position, pointed himself all the way towards the outside of the grid, and he gets a horrific start as Hudson Poole victimizes him, going down the inside of his side-by-side stuff. Then for Beckyb and it's Vasti, the Ferrari, on the inside of turn number 2. The Alfa Romeo punting him along, and is that a spin from Adezi? Is that a spin from Adezi as he loses control of his car? Not entirely alongside Andrew S. As he looks to make a move down the inside. Oh goodness, down the inside of Ninja. And this is going to be 3 wide stuff. No, Jeepo gets ahead of him on his soft tires.
Hopefully that wasn't the cause for his exit into that wall, but we'll hope that he'll have better luck next time.
Absolutely, and Hudson Poole making a move down the inside of a different Kos Sylvie, of course. He is on those hard tires. He cannot afford to pit right now. He needs to extend this first stint, and we'll likely find out in just a little bit of time here whether or not that damage is severe. Meanwhile, Beckyb trying to fight Duck Lovers into this first corner as Duck Lovers makes contact with the Alfa Romeo of it's Vasti, and the curse for Fuzzy Peach's team continues.
That was a big mistake by Duck Lovers. I think he was caught up with Beckyb, who was right behind. I don't know if he has front wings.
Some damage on board that car that has caught him completely off guard, causing him to miss that braking point.
Well, I think Duck Lovers might have some damage as well. He can't make any corners, and we have, oh boy, Window, no name.
These drivers are certainly having all sorts of difficulty just trying to keep it out of the wall at this stage of the race. Beckyb once again kissing that wall on exit, despite the VSC conditions. Duck Lovers picking up a drive-through. I'm wondering as he, oh my goodness, we have a spin from Zay and allow Waman ahead of it's Vasti. Maybe there's some damage on it's Vasti's car, or maybe just a byproduct for the fact that, oh my goodness, as So Spicy spins his car on exit from turn 17, and you can see one touch is all it takes to completely obliterate his front wing. Onto hards, Jaquan into the lead of the Grand Prix on his older hards, and it looks like No Name trying to overtake these 2 drivers. It doesn't look like he'll be able to get ahead of Hudson Poole without punishment. He looks, oh my goodness, looks like these 2 drivers are racing here under safety car conditions. What has happened? The restart is underway. No Name gets caught napping a little bit here, and has Hudson Poole arrived for his revenge? It is the Red Bull racing car down the inside of the first corner, and he makes a neat move of it.
Canboard, we'll see if any team orders are going to be undergone to allow him through. He's using the ERS that he has, and I think he'll make this overtake. Yep. Canbourne moves to the inside. Beckyb up at the P8 already, and now has a good little battle in front of him.
Working the bottle here, No Name and Jaquan going side by side. Oh goodness, as we have a collision. The AlphaTauri of Jaquan clipping the wall, and it was likely forced by Kos Sylvie. All Beckyb really had to do was just wait till the start finish straight to make short work of Jeepo, but as you mentioned, we have an error from Jaquan who goes deep, dropping way back, but all eyes on the front as Kos Sylvie lines up to the inside of Hudson Poole into the first corner. They emerge side by side as well, and it is the Mercedes down the inside of turn 2 taking the lead of the race, but a switchback by Hudson Poole that allows him to get a way better exit and get back out in front, blasting all their overtake. The Mercedes driver lining up to the outside line, and will it be a move down the inside by Hudson Poole? It will be, and the 2 still go wheel to wheel now after turn number 3. Kos Sylvie on the inside, and will Hudson Poole accept defeat now? By the looks of it, he does, at least temporarily. Dougie Falcons licking his chops immediately behind them as Waman is getting antsy, going side by side. Oh goodness, this is so dangerous with the Aston Martin of Duck Lovers managing to take that position. Waman not taking it easy at all and putting it all on the line. It's again Kos Sylvie timing that restart to perfection, and we are in danger of going 3 wide here as Dougie Falcons goes around the outside of Hudson Poole. Duck Lovers making sure to brake early this time as his teammate runs wide. Hudson Poole nearly spins the car. He collides with the wall. He collides with the wall, and for the second race in a row, it may be game over for Hudson Poole as he suffers severe damage to the front. Meanwhile, the likes of It's Vosti looking to try to victimize the 2 Aston Martins who have gotten ahead of them, taking advantage of that error, and behind them, Adezi having Camborne dive down the inside of him, the Ferrari driver making sure not to make any sort of contact, but Adezi's going to second place driver.
Hudson Poole lost his front left end plate, and he is in deep, deep trouble right now. And we have absolute mayhem now entering the castle section as the McLaren gets tagged by Beckyb. Zay's backing out of all the conflict as well, allowing Jaquan up the middle. And now we're 3 wide, and we're, oh my goodness, that is why ghosting is on.
Oh, goodness gracious. Of these cars, I wonder, because Duck Lovers never made contact with Hudson Poole.
No, he's just going to the softs.
Pitting of his own accord. Well, this is an interesting change of events.
I think he maybe got stuck into thinking, I'm going to do exactly what the leader does. Since Jaco here in P3 on the mediums, I'm not familiar with him at all, so I have nothing to compare him to, but he was well down the order previously and now up in P3 on a better compound. I don't know if he has the pace, but never mind.
Okay. What?
he was trying
series on a safety car restart, but he times it as such that It's Vosti is unable to do so. Meanwhile, Adezi has his inside filled with Jaquan, who tries to lunge down the inside, locks up slightly, looks like multiple wheels at a time, and it is still side by side. Once again, there's a spin, and once again, there's a car in the wall.
And I think that was all driver error. Is there enough room there? He stays with it. Kos losing the rear a bit, and I think Duck Lovers Duck Lovers loses the braking point and goes straight through. Brilliant move there by Charles to avoid the contact.
Ready and able to make a move here, burning his battery as Adezi is, I am sure. Both these cars lining up to the inside of Camborne. 3 wide they go through the first corner. The Mercedes gets through, the Williams gets through, and Camborne gets absolutely consumed by his rivals as the two now try to figure out what it is they want to do against each other. Adezi squeezing Kos Sylvie for dear life to the inside of the track, but Kos Sylvie burning what remains of his ERS to get ahead of Adezi and into 3rd place. On board with those two in just a moment as we have a battle for P3, or forgive me now, P2, as Kos Sylvie tries to get himself up down the inside of, or the outside of It's Vosti, succeeding. Izzy is telling It's Vosti to keep Adezi back to allow Waman to move on the inside of the Williams driver. This is a team game, and well, it is all about whether, oh my goodness, whether you can take advantage of that teamwork. Ooh, as Waman nearly collides with the wall and exit, loses a mountain of time. So as our race leaders going side by side, it is Dougie Falcons winning out on this occasion, and Dougie retakes the lead from Kos Sylvie, who is approaching and encroaching, getting particularly close to the back of that Aston Martin, and oh, is he going to make the corner? He has along to at least hopefully safety as Kos Sylvie tries to go around the outside of Dougie Falcons. And they touch. Of course they touch. Who could have written it any better? And Dougie Falcons losing out massively, spinning on exit from the first corner. Looks to be in complete control at this stage.
I think Kos is running a high downforce setup, and
Kos makes contact. He makes contact with Waman, and there's a roadblock on exit from turn 2. It's Voss now making his way past, as is Jaquan in the Alpha Tower. Been obliterated this race. There has to be some sort of conspiracy. There's no way to describe it. I am just kidding, of course. But now Kos Sylvie has actually lost more than he is getting. He's going down the inside, and once again he makes contact, nearly driving It's Vosti into the wall. This is unbelievable scenes here.
The Mercedes.
Oh, and more contact, Desiree. Forgive me, more contact as Kos Sylvie literally obliterates. That was definitely brutal stuff. Adezi comes across the line to win this Grand Prix against all odds. Jaquan picking up a brilliant second for AlphaTauri, and Kos Sylvie is on the podium provisionally, but they may all change in the dreadfulness and celebrate Adezi, who is taking his 4th win of the season in this race. Adezi managing to thread the needle through all the other drivers who have either made mistakes brakes or murdered each other and found a way to secure that first position despite starting from, I believe, the second half of the pack. Jaquan critically benefiting up to second place after all that commotion, and he will be absolutely, well, elated